So at this point now we're just killing some time because I completely failed at my job as a host to make sure that I advertised, promoted, or even scheduled this live show, which happens every single week. So we're just kind of hopping in here. If you're watching this on the replay, this is the weird part of the show where I'm just filling some time right now to get the message out to people. Hey, we're here. So you can kind of hover across that bottom bar there until you see the opening of the show start, and then you'll know the show content is here. So anyways, yeah, Chris, thanks for letting me know about the start time for my own show. That's much appreciated.
That's what I'm here for, my man. It's good to see you. And yeah, I'm glad it's good one of us is paying attention here.
It's good when one of us is paying attention to my channel and my content. My goodness gracious me. Yeah, no, for those of you watching this on the replay, since nobody's watching this right this second, this show, of course, every week at this time, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. I normally create the live broadcast ahead of time, so that way it pops up for all you subscribers and who have hit that notification bell, so that you get the notifications that we're going live. Do it now. Go ahead. We'll wait. And while you're at it down below there's the link there for Chris's channel. Go ahead and pause this, open in a new tab, and go ahead and hit subscribe over there so we know when he goes live too. We'll wait. Go ahead. I said do it now, you loser. Click on the freaking link and like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thanks. Anyways, so there we are. I forgot to schedule this, and Chris was kind enough to ping me and say, hey, are you ready? Because I haven't seen the link for this week's show. And I went, oh, snap. So anyways, I start to see some people starting to pop up now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the official start of this, and we'll get this ball rolling.
Slab Hub.
Hey there, comic friends and fiends. It's Rob
every time.
in front of the Great Wall of Comics, and with me, Chris, the comic vet. How are you doing, sir?
Brilliant. I'm having a great week. Thank you very much.
Oh, you were all over the place this week. Watch that wonderful interview there with Jimmy. I thought for a moment there you were going to try to go longer than I did.
He cut me short. I can be long-winded, as you know. I can be very, very long-winded. And but no, he cut me short. If he wanted to go 20 or 25 questions, I was more than game. But you know, he had things to do.
Well, it's all channel one, and it's question one and sub question one, then question two, then sub question two. But yeah, meanwhile, his wife is trying to make him breakfast and everything, and he's going, "Oh, I'm working." How you doing there, Eli?
But no, it was wonderful. It was, you know, like I mentioned in the interview, and I think I've joked with you about it too. You know that you've made it on YouTube when Jimmy reaches out to you and asks you to guest on 10 questions. That's so right. I've been quietly, you know, like poking him in the side for like 6 months. I'm like, hey man, when you're ready, so let's do this. You know,
I remember doing the same thing.
but no, I think he, you know, it was just like he had a lot of guys like yourself that are over the 500 mark, over the 1,000 mark, that you know he wanted to talk to.
Over the 500 mark. Let me know when I do that. That'd be great. I think I'm still struggling to get to 400. I've been like at 396, 395, 396, 395 for the last while now. But that's fine. I'm not a big.
But no, it's just so like I said, I've quietly been, you know, egging them on, like, hey man, when you're ready, so am I. So I think once I crossed over that 250, approaching 300, and like for the last week or so, I've been like 280, 289, 291, 288, 290. So I don't know if those porn bots that subscribe to me are expiring kind of thing or what.
As you mute them, yeah.
But no, it was but again, like you said, it was a real good time. And it was nice that you know, all joking aside from getting on the show, it was nice to talk to him and talk about a whole variety of things. So those of you who haven't watched the channel, please hop over to Small Town Collectibles and subscribe up to Jimmy. You know, I've been on there. Rob's been on there. Mark from Legion of Comics, he was on there prior to what I was. It's a real good time. It's a real good way to spend an hour.
His interview skills have come a long way.
Yes.
All right. So
let's go.
The topic of today is Slab Hub, as is every Saturday at this time. We go through a box of slabs and see what's in here. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing myself I have a lot of quantity that's not necessarily always quality, but that's okay. They're fun, and of course we will do, the live giveaway. Although somebody has to be back as our viewers run away. Anyways, they're all I came here for slabs. You haven't gotten to talk to a single one yet. But we'll do, if we have any live viewers, we'll do a live viewer giveaway partway through as usual. Hoping I'm not shipping to Canada again. I don't know. No, I don't care. All right. First out of the gate, the Amazing Mary Jane.
Yes.
This is the Art Germ secret variant. So there were like 3 different variants of this, all determined based on down here on the scene board. You had the regular text, then you had a blank one, and then this one with the handwritten made it look like it was chalk written in. This was the secret variant, the Art Germ version here. I managed to get that from my LCS actually for cover price. So,
oh, that's fantastic!
Lucky me.
I knew that there was 2 of those. I didn't know that there was 3. So, you know, every Saturday, this does become informative for everyone that gets to watch. But yeah, that one is my favorite. The handwritten in to make it look like it's, you know, almost like a photograph. And Art Germ is just a master as well. So yeah,
and in Mary Jane.
Yeah. Who doesn't love MJ? Yeah, that's a fantastic cover.
Another fantastic Amazing Mary Jane. This is the Ashley Witter variant. There was 2 variants of this. There was a trade and a virgin. The trade I had, I think, was a 9.9. I actually gave that away in a mystery box, but I held on to the virgin variant for myself.
It's very nice, very tropical. Yeah. Where I wish I could be right now, but yes, very, very nice.
All right, next, Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is the previous series there when we had ourselves our run here by Alex Ross was doing a lot of covers.
Yes.
But this one though is a Campbell cover. I don't know why I said Alex. I mean, he did a lot of covers on the A covers for this run, but this just happens to be the Campbell cover. Beth was liking the Ashley Witter Amazing Jane. Absolutely. Welcome to the show. So we got a stretch of amazings in here, so that'll make you happy again. After
it will make me very happy. Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Amazing Spider-Man 25.
Another fun cover.
Yeah. So this one says this is the 2017 WonderCon limited edition variant. So.
It's very nice. Rob, have you ever been to WonderCon up in Anaheim?
I have not.
Would it be north of where you are in California?
Oh no. I'm actually up in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay,
so it'd be about 500, 600 kilometers south.
Ooh, that's a long way. And I appreciate you giving me the metric.
We're a pretty long state.
Yeah.
It's always I love talk when I talk to like my friends in Europe, and I have a friend of mine who was getting ready to travel from Cluj, Romania to Greece, and she was upset she had to drive by car. I said, "Oh wow, yes, like going from like Redding, California down to San Diego." I said, "That's you'd never leave the state of California." And she's like, "Oh, what?" Yeah. Or when you're in the when you talk to people on the East Coast and they call you up because there's an earthquake in Southern California, and they call you up here in the Bay Area, and you say you realize that's like you in Pittsburgh, and I'm asking you if the fire in South Carolina is affecting you at all.
Well said, and noted.
All right, so this one here is one of my favorite covers. I don't know why it's in this bag upside down. It's throwing me off. That my label is down below, but this is a J. Scott Campbell cover. This is an Amazing Spider-Man 25 as well. And we
Beautiful.
get the Gwen, the little three witches right there.
Mhm.
Hey, shop for comics. How you doing, brother? We got a bunch of amazings in this one too here. There you go, San Leandro area. We got it nice, yeah. So we're right around the corner from one another practically.
Yeah, that's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, I just, God, yeah. It's like there's a coven of witches. I wouldn't mind being
Easy,
hey,
sir.
hey now, hey now. Let's see, Amazing Spider-Man 796 is what I'm reading here. This is
Goblin?
this came out of an Unknown
Yes.
Comics mystery box actually.
Wow.
So this is a third print, I think, or second printing. Unknown Comics second printing of 796. I actually have another one of these that's raw, along with like the 790, the build up, all of them that they did with this kind of similar look. This was just happened to come out of a mystery box of theirs that had a slab when I did an Unknown mystery box one time, or a mystery slab buy, maybe it was. I don't remember.
That's a
Actually,
very nice hit. Very nice hit.
Actually, I think it might have been a mystery slab buy because I think they're doing it right now, actually. But I think the time after that, I got something really awful. And I was like, no. All right.
Can't hit home runs every time.
You'd like to try.
Like to try.
All right. So, all right. This is a great cover, this one here. So that was 796. So this is 797. This is a Delato.
Oh, yes.
He's done a series of different covers that are similar in this bad. And I'm sorry for the plastic is kind of obscuring some of that, the clarity of how great that art is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it's so sealed so well. I really just don't want to pull it out, but hopefully it comes across somewhat. That it is just, I need to switch to.
Rob, can you give us a horizontal view of that cover?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. See, now you get to appreciate Delato as the master he is as well. Look at that. That is just incredible work. For a second there, I thought you were going to pull out the Ross, but wow, that is a great, great cover.
Yeah.
And it's a villain who I really wish that Nick Spencer could get into, just get away from the silliness they're doing now. But let's not do that right now. Let's continue on with your slabs.
I mean, do you hear me? I mean, Nick Spencer's got a signing coming up. Do you hear me the other day say I want to get a couple copies and just cut them up and send them some cut up books and say, here's what
this is what I think.
All right. Now this is the Campbell, one of his many 800s that he did. I meant to order somehow. I could have sworn when I was ordering at the time directly from the Campbell store, I thought I was ordering 3 different books. And instead I ended up with 3 copies of the exact same book. But I wasn't completely disappointed with getting 3 copies of this Red Goblin. It was a pretty dope cover. I did kind of had wanted like the Spider-Man in the black suit and cover and stuff, but you know, it was what it was, and ended up with 3 of these, which was good because they all had bindery tears, and so I was able to find at least one of them that had the bindery tears were small enough that it was still qualified as a 9/8. Another one I gave to my LCS store manager as a thank you for everything that he's been doing for me, and he really appreciated that. And another one that's I hold on to raw. Does the 797 have a hold on? Does 797 have a letter from Freaky Louie? I think he said once. I don't know. I'm not going to crack the slab to take a look. I have to go look at my raw 797 if you're talking about inside the book. That'd be something to take a look at. I'm just curious. Now you got me going. I'll have to go look at my raws just to see if that's the case, just so I can say, hey, I know that guy ish. I mean, I know of him. I've never met him. So, I mean, how much never even been on this
channel.
I've never even, we've exchanged comments on channels. I've never actually even been in the same live stream as him. So there you are. I guess
it'll
I can
come
only
one
know.
day.
It'll, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll see him at. He may be making his way up to the C2E2, maybe. Hopefully, join all the rest of us up there. All right. Speaking of Nick Spencer, here we start off his run in the current run here. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1. This is Jim Chung cover, I believe. Yeah, this is the
Yep.
Jim Chung variant. I can't remember how I came into this one because I know it wasn't necessarily one that I went out and sought. That's all I know. So I must have gotten this vis-a-vis some mystery box or some other path. Sometimes the brain fails you.
It's very nice in its simplicity. You know,
Yes.
it does have that 70s or 80s drawback feel to it. But again, his work is very good as well. I'm not saying that it's compared to what we were getting in
No.
the 70s or 80s, but the simplicity
Yeah.
of just Spider-Man on the cover, that's the feel I get from that book.
This is a cover that this is one, if it wasn't for the fact that I really don't care for the run all that much,
Yeah.
this is one that would take some signatures phenomenally. It's got enough. It's got some great space to fill in with some signatures, multiple places that you could put without distracting from the art and stuff. And I would fill it up in a heartbeat. But yeah, but I don't care. Nick Spencer, you're killing me. Issue 2. This is one of my all-time favorite covers, and oh my god. Okay, I guess I'm taking this out of the plastic. This plastic is just completely shot ski. Obviously, sometimes I jam these things, I guess, in the box too much. Just jam it in there. But look at that.
Famous cover. Yeah.
Damn, that leg just goes on forever.
Pure Campbell.
Oh my god. I'll just sit here and start that. This is the rest of the show, guys. This is Slab Hub. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. Just clean the monitor when you're done.
But yeah, that is that a store exclusive or his own store? Yes, I thought so. Yeah, I know that there was a couple different versions of that. You know, the trade dress, the Virgin variant, and I believe that he's also created some other poses based off how popular that book became.
Yeah, so there were these variants. There's like a 70s variant or something into Felicia and Venom and the black suit variant. And then there was the one with all the trade, the A. This is like cover E, I think it was, or I don't know. This is incorrectly labeled as cover A. Oh, no, it's Virgin variant A. That's what it is, as opposed to cover A, which is the trade dress. There is another variant to this, which is not pictured here on the back. I think it came out later on, and that's the Miles and Spider-Gwen variant. I actually do have that as well. It's off being graded because I recently was able to acquire it. Campbell had it on the Campbell store. They had it listed as low quantities. And so what you have to do when it's low quantities, you have to like select, give them your information, and then they have to basically go check. And then everybody who's hit that, they send a notice all at once and say, okay, we found one or two. And then there's like a rush. And it's like, if you manage to get there fast enough to click to buy it, you get it. Otherwise, you get the same message of out of stock again. And I have managed to get one of them. I've tried a second and third time, and I've not been able to get a second copy of it. But just because you can get, because the book is worth like 4 times what it's selling for on his website. But
yeah.
All right, that was exciting. This is one of the weirdest peach. Sometimes I have to make sure I know where I'm at on this, on my list here as I'm pulling these up. And this is one of the weirdest Peach Momoko covers. Not the worst Peach Momoko I've seen, but she just doesn't do Spider-Man all that well. She has a lot of other characters, but just not all. So this one wasn't the worst. This is just the infamous spiderweb coming out the butt.
I have that as well. I have that in a 9.8.
Oh yeah. So it's a nice book. I mean, I like Peach, but I mean, and it was like I got this. The worst is her cover for Spider-Man 1 when they did the reprint. That was just like, what the hell? It was like so. I don't know. It's stylistic. She's got her style. It just wasn't. I like my Spider-Man a little more
Yeah, I
man-looking.
enjoy that cover for what it was. It was a gift from the lady in my life. But yeah, that's it's she is an acquired taste. Let's be honest. She's not Arthur Adams. She's not Todd McFarlane. She's Peach Momoko, and there seems to be a lot of you either enjoy her work or you don't necessarily enjoy her work.
I think for the most part, I enjoy her work. Although I think that the biggest problem was she hit right before she signed her deal with Marvel. She was there was in such high demand because she was the hot it artist for the moment, that flash in the pan artist that was so different than everybody else, that everybody was getting her to do a cover. And so every indie book, every whatever was out there was, and it was like when she did her cover for the Batman Adventures, all of a sudden was like, this is the first DC cover she's ever done, and da da da. And it was like just too much all at once that became an overexposure that I think starts to build. When people see too much of this of one thing, they start to give a little bit of a backlash on it. And I still love a lot of what she does. You can see hanging up over, and I'm just back from grading the other day. Now the new double signed Strange Academy, Peach Momoko. There, I do like some of that. I love her sketch work, but there are some misses in my opinion. All right. Back to Del Auto, another man who can at times follows a pattern, but that's okay. So here we have, whether you want to see it like this,
Very
or whether you
nice.
want to see it like that, we can give it to you. But Spider-Man on the side of the building there, and this one, we get the custom little logo label.
Yep. Very nice. Gabriel Delato, who puts Spider-Man on the side of buildings and starts with a black slate and lightens it up thereafter. But yeah, that is beautiful work.
Yeah. Oh no, Hunter, definitely her Demon Days stuff and a lot of her Venom stuff is really great, because you got to remember her background originally is as a horror artist.
Yes.
So when you dip into that realm, that you really start to see where she works in her preferred realm, as opposed to necessarily light, fluffy nature scenes and stuff.
And arguably one of her most famous pieces is that Yoda cover that came out there at the beginning of COVID-19 last year. And I remember that book just went berserk. It went like $500, and
yeah,
I believe that was a Frankie's Comics exclusive.
Yeah, it was
perhaps.
a Frankie's Golden Apple. You can get they released a second print on it as a trade. That's available now if you really like it. Never got one. I have a copy. Unfortunately, my copy ended up coming back like a 9.4 due to some rub on it after it had shipped to Japan for a signing, because I did get it signed, but it's still pretty.
Yeah, that's the piece that comes to mind whenever I think of Peach.
Amazing Spider-Man, renew your vows.
Boom. Yes.
A little J. Scott Campbell action here. This is an exclusive cover for J. Scott Campbell. He had like 3 different ones here. I really enjoyed this series.
So did I.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think it was probably it's been one of the best limited series I've read in a while. I just totally dug it. I was a little bit baffled, I guess, because this came out right about the time I really started going hardcore back into reading stuff. I was a little bit baffled with this whole sharing his power through suit combo thing that they had, but the whole stuff with Spiderling and then I thought was absolutely awesome, and dug it, and it sucked me in, and I was really sad to see the arc come to an end.
Yeah, it to me, it was one of the better written slot stories for a different universe, Peter. It
Yeah.
was fun, and I remember, yeah, but yeah, you're right. J. Scott Campbell did a whole myriad of of variants for that. The wedding dress cover comes to mind. That one is a beautiful piece of work as well, and then this one.
Yeah. So yeah, this was another one, another variant here on that. This was the KRS exclusive variant. So we get the actually we get for once a store logo right on the front of the book, as opposed to the backside. So um, no
Very,
stamp,
very
no
nice.
stamp tramp on the back. It's right up there, bolded in front.
Here on Slab Hub.
Oh goodness gracious! As all right, we'll do this next one, and then I think we'll do a giveaway here. So let's see here. This one, just the classic Art Germ Black Cat at 9.8.
Beautiful, just beautiful. And that's a nice glove she has on her hand.
Yeah, that's what you're paying attention to, right? Meanwhile, I was watching. Wait a second.
Yes, I'm thoroughly loving Spider Shadow. It's nice that we have a fresh take and we have a fantastic writer in Chip Zdarsky taking a what if story and taking issue, just trailing it away from issue 296, 297, 298, 299, and going down a different path than what Peter originally did. So I'm looking forward to issue 3. Rob, what was your take on Spider Shadow so far?
Yeah, so um, I'm not reading it,
Oh, okay.
but here's my caveat, right? So there's been so many limited series spider series lately that have let me down, that I just was like, I'm tired of just playing this game of buying it. I'm only see what happens, see what people think, and then probably pick up the trade. And I'm now convinced that I'll pick up the trade when it
Yep.
comes out because everybody's been very hot on it. But I just didn't see the need to pick up the issues on it because some of these limited series, they'll come out in short order on trade and I can read them all at once. And oftentimes those individual issues from a spec piece aren't worth anything. So it actually costs me less probably in the long run and be worth no more, no less by having the trade.
I get it. I don't know how well it'll do in the secondary market over time because it is essentially just a what if story. But it's cool to see the suit react to Peter's darkness. The deeper and darker he gets, how the suit physically changes its appearance.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, it's to me, I'm really enjoying it. It's killing what Nick Spencer does. But again, probably you and I could probably defeat what Nick Spencer's story arc is right now with just originality. But yeah, nice to see you, James.
James is here to win. That's what he's all about. I want Rob to send me more books. All right. So I'm setting this up right now. Let me go here and dice roll. I don't have the slot hashtag picker, so I'm not cool enough yet, I guess. All right. Look at that. Okay, I'm ready to go here. So I'm going to roll the die. Okay, I rolled a 6-sided die, and I have a number up on my screen, which I'll share in a second. And so go ahead and put in your guess at what number it is, and I'll give you 30 seconds or less. 3, 2, 1, 4, 7, 29, 32, 14, 12. I'm not just randomly just grabbing numbers here. Okay, shop has 3, and I'm waiting. Do 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 do. Okay, final 10 seconds here to get in your number between 1 and 6. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'll wait for some lag. And so, anyway, so yeah, this was this was an interesting day. I will make sure I schedule next week's episode and not come run in the last 5 minutes. For those of you guys who are joining more recently, this one you didn't see any advertising and promotion for it because Dingbat here forgot to schedule his own show and had to have the guest co-host ping him 10 minutes before the show, say, "Hey, are we doing this?" All right, so that's going to be the end line now. I think we waited for lag. Let me go to share my screen. Yes, I know that. And we're going to share the window. And here we go. Patel, the number was 3. And the number 3 picker is Shop for Comics. Hooray, Shop. All right. Congratulations, sir. So, Shop, you get a 5 pull here from the list. 5 random books from the pull list. Chris is going to tell us where to stop as we kind of go back and forth here. So,
stop. Oh,
Spider-Man 2099 issue number 6. This would be from the 3rd series. All right. Good pull there to begin with, in my opinion.
And we'll see if I can get that right up close to the front. And stop.
You were at the other end of it, but that's okay. By the time it get to me, we got Witchblade.
Ooh, very nice.
Issue 23.
Stop.
Ooh, that's right up front, right behind the first book. We have another Spider-Man 2099, issue 15.
Civil War 2, very nice.
All right. It's on my headphone cord. All right.
We'll let this one go for a second here. And now. Right at the back.
Star Wars Darth Vader's Castle, issue number 2. Count Dooku.
Love that story.
Very cool.
I loved it. Okay.
All right, last book.
3, 2, 1. Stop, Rob.
We have a signed book. Greg Horn, signed Marvel.
Congratulations. That's a nice hit. Very nice. That's
That's a nice book 3 out of 6. There you go. Congratulations, sir. So, Shop for Comics, what you'll have to do is you'll just have to hit me up later on in Instagram. Send me your address that you want these shipped to, and I will send these books out. And at the end, stick around because at the end, we'll do this again. And who knows, Shop, you could win a second time. It happened to James Willie. All right. Oh, back to slabs. That's what we're here for. Ooh, another Black Cat, issue 1.
Ooh.
We have the Scott Campbell homage. The Spider-Man issue 1.
Yeah. Let's say
Nice.
that issue or that homage and ASM 300 could be the most homaged books in the history of books.
It is. ASM, I will fight anybody who tells me that there's something other than ASM 300 and Spider-Man 1 as the top homaged books, because I can't. I think it's probably a pretty decent distance second between those two. Now, those two are neck and neck for which one is the most.
Right. Yep.
But once you go beyond those 2 books, I mean, there are some other books that have been homaged many, many times.
Yes, I agree.
But I think it's quite a distance between 300 and Spider-Man 1.
It's night and day. The other books that come to mind that would be homaged somewhat frequently would be like Days of Future Past, the Uncanny X-Men, with that burn cover with Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, I believe, on the cover.
Yep.
That one's been homaged quite a few times, but to the level of what Todd McFarlane's work is on Spider-Man 1 and ASM 300, it's not even close. Like, we got a gold medal and a silver medal.
He homages his own work.
It's true.
All the
it's
time.
True. Spawn 300 and like 298, 299, and 300 for Spawn. They were he homaged his own work, but they were fun. Let's be honest, right?
Look,
Yeah.
this current Venom run, there were 4 different ASM 300 homages at different points during that run. Yep. It was insane.
Yeah, and over. Let's like it's time to hit the pause on those 2 books for being homaged.
Soul Twice doesn't like the way I say homage.
Well,
the H is silent. I think it's funnier when I hear people go homage. That's the I go, really?
No, it's
homage. Yeah,
yeah. It's being Canadian. You know, we have 2 official languages here. The other one is French, and homage is actually a word that comes from the French dialect. You know, en français it's homage, and that's because of how I was raised and where I was raised. Saying homage just it seems out of left field for me, so it'll be homage.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui, je m'appelle Christophe.
I extended about the end of my French. My mom refused to live. My parents were French, or my mom was French Canadian, and my grandmother on my dad's side were French Canadian via Louisiana. So talk about really screwed up French dialect. By the time you got down, you took it French to French Canadian, and then brought it down to put a little Creole in it. It got real kind of butchered. But they said, no, you can't learn French in school because you think you're going to learn to talk to us, but you're not.
Right.
All right. So in California, I took Spanish. Imagine that. All right, here we go. One of my all-time favorites, just because I can't help myself. Doom 2099.
Yes.
He's no Spider 2099, but Doom 2099 is a close second. And I love me some Doom.
I'm going to try and guess the year on that. The slab, or pardon me, the header across the top there is pretty small because I'm doing this on my phone. I'm going to guess because I can remember being at New Comic Book Day when that book came out. That and Thrasher and Spider-Man and all those Punisher 2099, all those very interesting titles. I'm going to guess 1991.
No, it's 93.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, January 93. So Spider-Man, the 2099 came out after the Image comic launch.
Right.
And Image comic launch was in 92. And 2099 came out in 29. Spider-Man 2099 actually came out in 92. But Doom and the others then started hitting in 93. But one of many copies I have, but I think the only one that's slabbed, and it's only a 9.6. I thought I had a 9.8. I'm gonna have to go fine tooth comb my raw copies I have and see if I can't find one that's enough. Oh, this was a book that when I picked up this book, I was a little disappointed with the grade I got back on it, but it had mostly because when I got this book, it was in a poly bag, and I don't remember this book coming out in a poly bag. But it was still in a poly bag that I broke it out of the poly bag to send it in. And actually, I just had to spend some time removing odor from it because even though it was in the poly bag, it was obviously in a home with somebody who smoked cigars in the same place. No offense to cigar smokers present. They smoked their cigars near their comics. And so it spent a month in a box with dryer sheets and baking soda and other stuff trying to absorb the odor. But Spectacular Spider-Man #1, which the cover always gets me so confused with the first appearance of Tarantula in ASM. It's it's almost identical with oh, we're going to change the water tank to a wall, and we'll change to some people down below. And but
it even has a yellow background as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But a severely underrated book, Spectacular Spider-Man #1. I mean,
yes. There's not enough words to describe how underrated that book is, and Web of Spider-Man #1 as well.
Well, Web of Spider-Man #1 was for a long time, sir. But have you seen the prices it's going for right now?
No. No.
It's last sale prices on those. It's now pushing close to $400 now for a 9.8.
Well, that's
So
good.
it has
That's good.
gone from $100 to $400 in 2 months. So
Wonderful.
the love has come for Web of Spider-Man 1, but
finally,
Spectacular Spider-Man, not necessarily as much.
it's strange because, and it's a 70s book as well. And let's be honest, the Spectacular Spider-Man is the second longest running Spider-Man book next to Amazing. So, like, again, it's funny that that book doesn't get that love, but I'm glad to hear that you said that about Web of Spider-Man, because that is a classic cover right there that has not been homaged that much.
It's the only Web of Spider-Man that's worth any money, but
well, outside of the Death of Kraven books, yes.
Oh, all right. Let's keep those from falling over one. All right, here's the title that didn't go as long, but whatever. To run a Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is, I gotta go back. Somehow these were out of order. This is a Del Auto variant. Their Morbius poster wanted in the background.
Yeah.
Fun little run.
Does Ken Lashley do the interiors for that book?
This was One Cabal.
Okay. Yeah, I know at some point Canadian Ken Lashley takes over the interiors for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man for a short run. I just wasn't sure if he started that series or he was handling it when it quickly ended. But yeah, that was a pretty good series. But
yep, had some fun stuff in it. It was a short run. This was a Scorpion Comics Clan McDonald exclusive Virgin variants.
Very nice.
Doo. All right, now we're gonna get into some books, some variants on the same book. But there were so many good variants that were done up on this, and I've gotten rid of several of these books. Interestingly, some of these, like this first one I'm going to pull out, I got rid of the Virgin variant and kept the trade dress because the trade dress spoke better to me. And this is the Harley Quinn Villain of the Year. This is the Natalie Sanders, the magazine covers that the minimum trade or Virgin, when they removed all the red, it lost everything to me. This was all about the fact that it was a magazine style cover, and therefore having all that trade was important in order to keep the look there. And of course, look at that grade there, Chris.
I was just waiting to open my mouth to say, and let's flex those two similar numbers.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's I wholeheartedly agree with you, Rob. Once you take away like the cosmopolitan look to that magazine or the magazine cover, but that seems to be mimicking Mademoiselle or Cosmopolitan. Once you take it away, then again, it's nice artwork, but the flair that's around that book. Nice pun, by the way, flair. That it adds to it, and I agree with you. Yep, holding on to the trade dress right there, it does have a lot of appeal versus what the Virgin variant would be. Not to take away from the artwork, but the wording around it, gives it some panache for sure.
How to dye your hair right every time, from sidekick to spotlight. That's something that maybe I need to learn about. Right, Gotham.
That's some great writing.
Gotham, the joke's on you. 1-on-1 with the clown prince of crime. 20 questions with the man behind the cowl. It's just it's fun stuff. And now this same cover did the same style cover also with Punchline, with a couple others. And I have a couple of them. My Punchline one actually is still on order for some reason. I think because I maybe asked for it to be signed, and sometimes it's take a while depending upon where the artist is living. Shipping things halfway around the world and back, and of course their deadlines and stuff. Okay, so here's a Jace. I rolled over my own toe with my rolling chair. That's always nice. So there's a J. Scott Campbell variant on here. Again,
oh yes, very nice.
We're gonna bust out that 9.9 once again. These 9.9s are, some of these on these little small runs. So this was a run of I didn't print on here what the run was. I want to say that this was 1,000 copies.
That sounds about right. Yep.
For
Now, Rob,
this variant.
flip that over for us, Rob. Yep. Let's just appreciate how cool that particular cover is. Yeah. That is very, very nice work.
So these sort of small runs are pretty easy to go ahead and get a really good quality book out on. So it's just all right. This one is Warren Lowe variant.
Oh wow, the minimal cover. That is very, very nice.
Yeah, I did get rid of on this one. I got rid of the full trade, but kept this one because, well, 9.9. Not although I have gotten rid of some of my 9.9, so it's
yeah, that's a spectacular cover. What issue number is that, Rob? I don't remember that one.
This is still Harley Quinn Villain of the Year issue number 1.
Okay.
So it's that Villain of the Year special.
Yep.
And okay, that's going to end the Villain of the Years for right now. We go to some Justice League action. Some Jim Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody do it better than Jim Lee? I don't know.
Not that many.
He does some amazing pencil work.
Yeah.
And these pencil covers that he does. I mean, actually, even some of the other artists, a lot of these pencil covers have been great. I've been, not to take anything away from these colorists and inkists and everything else, but a lot of these various pencil cover variants that have been coming out, whether the Jim Lee or the current ones with the Batman or whatever, just been amazing. Now, they still don't hold. I think it adds the power of what a good grayscale image can do. A good, clean, large, can really show you how crisp and great the art can be. But I mean, these are still very different because these are finished art versus when we see. So I don't like to call these sketch covers. Versus when we look at a Peach Momoko sketch cover, where you can see the rough. It's not finished, and we still have all the rough drawing and sketching underneath the layers that go into the drawing versus this being like the final tracing of the image. But still beautiful covers. I do have a couple others that are similar to this that are off at different signing events, but this one is this came out of I know this one came out of a box. I just can't remember which one. But hey, Supergirl.
Yes.
Get it on Blu-ray today.
I agree. I love when DC releases those Jim Lee pencils. In those particular forms, they're usually much harder to find just because the print run is so much shorter than the normal colored work. But yeah, his especially when he does like the villain stuff, I gotta admit, I love it. I love it.
It's like usually like a 1. I think that one's a 1 in 25, but they're usually they're definitely usually the incentive ratio. Sometimes they're the 1 in 100s. I mean, there was a Wonder Woman one that, like, I've never bought a Wonder Woman comic book, not because I have anything against Wonder Woman, but it's just not a book I read. But I came real close one time on one of the 1 in 100 ratios, but my LCS just wanted more money than I was willing to spend on it at the time, and so it was not to be. Some other day. All right, let's go back to 2099 and my man Jake Gallows, the Punisher of 2099.
Very nice, and a 9.8. Very, very nice.
Yes. I really dug the character of Jake Gallows Punisher when it was first introduced. I wasn't a Punisher reader of the regular Punisher series, but it was more of because I still thought, I don't know, in my mind, from what my view of the Punisher was at the time, and basis strictly on just somebody on the outside having never picked up a copy, was that he was going around as a pure vigilante, just going around killing bad guys. And I was like, well, that doesn't really sound very heroic or whatnot. And this flipped that script just enough
Yes.
with the
Mhm.
concept of we're in a time where there was no people weren't going to prison, and that he goes and sets up a prison and starts to incarcerate bad guys and put them in his own prison that he's running. Now it did start to kind of go a little out there with some other stuff that started also becoming like judge and everything else in there too. But the concept was enough initially early on that kind of grabbed me. Plus, again, I was at this time was when these came out, because this was February '93, so the month after Doom. I was still at military college, and this is where I was picking up. The 2099 was available on the spinner rack, heavy. So that was my introduction, as you alluded to. You're looking for stuff to read and do stuff, and in between my coursework.
Yep.
That was 2099 Universe was what sucked me in. Surprisingly, that book's actually climbed up in value recently. For the longest time, that book was, well, actually the whole 2099s have somewhat. I think they're finally getting old enough, and enough of the people that are appreciated 2099 are spending money in books and going back and look at it. And those foil covers are not exactly, at this point, even if you did bag and board them,
Yeah.
9.6s are more likely than 9.8s, just because it didn't take much to do those foil edges in. And so that's a book that you're talking about right now is a fair market value, $100, whereas a year ago it was like a 20. It was worth only about $25.
The grading alone,
it was worth less than the grading almost. Yeah, but good to see. This book though is fire.
Freaky Louie's in the house.
Oh yeah, well then just in time. Punisher. All right, little Spider-Geddon. Remember that little run there?
Yep.
This cover, here we talk about our homage again, but look at that. That is just a great cover. This one, this is a Philip Tan.
That's a very nice homage with the Spider-Man Sony PlayStation video game suit. It's that's very, very nice with the white spider.
And it was one of 750 copies. Oh. So this is a very low run. Thank you, dear. My wife is bringing me my beverage. She knows I've been talking, and I need to wet my whistle. So yeah, one of 750. That alone makes it fun. Spider-Verse. Some Greg Horn Spider-Verse.
Very, very nice. I've never seen that cover before.
This is variant D. So he had like 4 different covers that he did. And so this was the lowest print run of the cover. So that might attribute part of why you haven't seen that many of them out there. But it is a nice. I love Spider-Gwen as a character. I like the concept, and so yeah, I had to pick up this cover.
Very, very nice.
Especially when they can make her just look like a character instead of something ridiculous. All right, Chris, buckle your seatbelt. Grab your towel or your tissue, because it's time to bring it to climax here. We're not done with the box. We'll get a little slow down ramp up, but this, in my opinion, as a child of the early 70s, growing up in the 70s, and I only had Star Wars to play with. I grew up, I watched Star Wars at the drive-in theater with the metal speaker hanging on the box as Lucas intended. Not really. But when they released, you might remember back a while back, Dark Horse did a limited series that was based on the original
Yep.
script.
Screenplay. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I have the hardcover set, and then I have all the issues.
Okay.
And then this was this is the Midtown variant. Mike Mayhew art in this book. This is a John Cassidy cover in a look at that grade. What?
Holy cow.
What? Yeah.
All right. You gotta give us a close up.
Let's just let's take the condom off.
Boom.
Look at that.
Wow. The Star Wars.
That
very,
right there.
very nice.
Yeah.
Now,
Smoke if you got them.
what's the year on that book?
2013.
2013. Yeah. Yeah, I remember how popular that was when it came out. I wasn't aware that Midtown did an exclusive with John Cassidy, but again, that's a very, very nice homage cover with his own fresh take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just they only did, as far as I know, I think they only did just the first issue had the separate cover. So I have both this cover and I have the original cover as well. But yeah, I knew that this one was clean when I sent it in, but when it came back at 10, I was just like, damn, I've never seen it. This was my very first 10 I ever got on a book. Now, granted, for those of you who want to detract right now, let me take away. It is a PGX 10. I understand we've talked about different grading systems. PGX starts at the 10 instead of a 9.8. Yep. So it's a don't hate comment right now. Just appreciate that it's still a freaking goddamn good book.
Yes.
And if you want to say it's only a 9.8 in the CGC, fine. Who cares? A 9.8 in a CGC is not a bad book to have. Anyways, I love it.
We can all appreciate it. That's for sure.
3 more books, and then we'll do our second giveaway. Shop knows. It was awesome. Was it as awesome as a possum? I don't know. We have to wait for Freaky to weigh in on that one. All right. Some DNA action. We've talked about these breakfast cereal covers before.
Symbiotes. Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Soul Twice, you stepped away. You missed the Star Wars 10.0. Now you have to go back and watch it on replay because I'm not going to lift it up again. So Symbiote whole brain cereal.
It's nice when Marvel can have fun with stuff.
So Symbiote Spider-Man. This is a Sanctum Sanctorum Comics and Oddities exclusive variant. Yeah. I like that that online store Sanctum Sanctorum. Unfortunately, for some reason, and maybe it's good for me in the long run because I don't spend money there anymore. Unfortunately, for some reason, at the beginning of this year, I've not been able to check out. I can put stuff in my shopping cart and I go to check out and it rejects my attempts to pay for anything. It won't let me check out no matter what I try to do, PayPal, credit card, whatever. And I've tried reaching out to them to say, hey, what's going on? And they don't respond. So I've given up. So obviously they don't want my money.
I'll tell you what, Sold Twice. You stick around till the end of the stream. I'll have Rob flex that 10 one more time for you.
All right. So this is a book that went back into my collection. I actually went to give this away. Somebody won this during one of my prizes, but then they never claimed one of my giveaways. They never claimed it. Okay. So it's gone back into my collection. It's a limited run. It was one of 1,500. Web of Venom, Carnage Born, some Mary Jane Watson, another DNA cover there.
Yep.
Virgin variant here. This was one of 1,500 copies. Matter of fact, this is number 49 out of 1,500. So for those people who like chasing those low numbers on the COA. The COA is there, and there it is, number 49 out of 1,500.
Yep.
All right, last one before our giveaway. Oh, so this one is on the wall already. So this is Hell Arisen, Year of the Villain. This was my first copy I had that I sent in, and it came back in 9.4 due to some color rub on the back along the spine, which actually quite a few of them suffered from. This color ink, even though it's not like the black where it really stands out, it was apparently it just transferred really, really easily, whatever that pink was that they were using. And so I've seen a lot of people have these issues, but so it came back in 9.4, which I wasn't completely disappointed with, but I was happy to have it. Yeah, you get your 9.8, but then I acquired the 9.8 signed by Tinian, just because if you want to flex, I'll just flex higher. I mean, it's okay.
No, I pulled it up to actually look at the back of the cover and see what you're talking about the colors.
Yeah, I won't flex too much because I know you'll just didn't pull out like your Hulk 181 or something, and I'll just go back and cry. So,
but no, that's everyone should have Punchline's first appearance in there. It's a fantastic spec book, and it's slowly continuing to climb.
And like, even if you can't get a first cop, I mean, depending what they do with the character, it looks like she's maybe around for a while, which is good, hopefully, because the story that's starting to unwind with Punchline. I know some people said, "Oh, she's another Harley," especially you, Taylor. In case you're watching this on replay, you're so wrong.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she's actually beginning to look like she might be like at some point turn on the Joker, in my opinion, almost.
Yeah.
That she seems to think that he's lost his way, and that she believes she's freaking hardcore on the message.
Yeah, she's pretty sinister.
But so there were 3 printings of this book, plus of course the B cover. So the B cover,
I think I have that right here.
Shazam. Yeah, I don't have it right in front of me. We pulled it out before. Yeah, there you go. You got the 9.8. I only have a 9.6 on it. Sadly, it was one of my, but it was one of my V box pickups. My V17, I think, had that in there. And then there's the second print is reddish and third print is purple. Third print, you can pick up raws on the third print for next to nothing. And they're not I think I have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them and a couple of second printings, and this is one of those few books I actually have lots of copies of. Anyways, all right, it's time once again. Next week I'm going to try to have the hashtag thing that Slot did, so we can do it that way. But we will do again our number counter here. We'll do it back the old way. So, Chris, if you will pick a number between 1 and 10.
Okay, I will write it down here. Okay, I am ready.
The number's there. So I'll put a starting line in here. So go ahead and put a number in between 1 and 10. When you see the first person that has that number, go ahead and let us know. And then
okay. I still don't see it. Oh, I see it now. I believe the first person to do it is Soul Twice.
All right. What was the number? Show us.
Oops, number I wrote was 6.
Let me make you bigger here. 6. All right. So let me look at my feed just to double check here. As I 872. No, I see Shop for Comics at 6 in my feed. I see Painted at 8, Sold Twice at 2, then Shop at 6.
Sold Twice I'm sorry. 4. Yeah, I see Shop as well.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Sold Twice. There was such a
it came all at once. It came as a burst. Yeah,
it came really quickly.
So it is Shop for Comics once again. Shop gets a second pull, and once again I get to save on shipping this week. All right, so let me go back to the end of the feed here. All right, so boom, boom, boom. Yes, congrats indeed. So we'll do the same thing again here. Chris is going to tell us when to stop on our. go. I'm going to move my hand slower this time.
Hold on. Everyone wants to see you, not me. Let's
Oh,
blow this around the other way.
You're right.
Okay, there we go. We'll let this go for a quick second, and now, deep in the back.
Transformers first appearance of Omega Supreme.
You are welcome. Very
Look
nice.
At that. Now, it's not a near mint copy, but it is a VF copy, so you could use a cleaning. But congratulations, sir.
And now.
Okay. Another Spider-Man. You must pull all. I don't think there's much more left of Spider-Man 2099 in here because I don't give up a lot of it. But you got 3 copies of Spider-Man 2099 coming your way. Congratulations.
And we'll go quickly now.
All right. We got Casanova.
Casanova. Yes, sir.
Some independent action in there.
And now.
How about some Derek Chew? I believe that's Derek Chew. Yep, Derek Chew. Supergirl 37. Hot looking cover. Congratulations. That's 4. Yep, 1 more.
Now.
Oh my God.
Today is 2099 day.
I swear there's not that many, but hopefully, oh my God. I swear there's a lot of stuff in here that's not. There's even Aha, Mutants, Star Wars, Fantastic Four, Annihilation, more Star Wars, Silver Surfer, Seekers, Crimes of Passion, Witches, Wolverine, Lady Death, Ex Machina, Batgirl, Superman, Batman, Miles Morales, Devil Dinosaur, Dark Hawk, Wolverine and Witchblade, some more signed Supergirl, Avengers. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. You just pulled out, I think, all the Spider-Man 2099, you bastard. That's all
right. Greetings, Warlord. Thanks for joining us, man.
Del Auto goodness in there. Look at that.
Yeah. Some street level hero, I believe. Very nice.
So, yeah. So, congratulations there, shop. Make sure you hit me up so I can get you your books. Everybody, thanks for coming, especially on this unadvertised episode of Slab Hub, the stealth episode. And I will make sure we advertise ourselves for next week. Mark your calendar, and I'll mark mine. Saturdays at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, as we go through another box of slabs in my slab collection. And don't worry, we're just barely halfway there.
One more time, Rob. Can you flex that beautiful 10 Star Wars?
Yeah.
Sold twice, wanted to see it, and if he's still here, let's show him quickly that beautiful Star Wars Midtown.
Let me make myself big again. There we go. The Star Wars in a 10.0.
Very nice.
There you are, sir.
Very, very nice.
And in reflection, you can see the googly eyes on top of my monitor. Dual cameras, because I have 2 computers hooked up, and I'm too lazy to switch between the 2. And an AB switch doesn't work for some reason on cameras. Not reliably. Anyways, until next time, guys. Wait a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Chris, what do you got going on this week? I'm sorry.
I just completed 10 questions. For those that missed the beginning of the stream, I completed 10 questions with Jimmy Don Kerr on his wonderful channel, Small Town Collectibles. For those who haven't had the opportunity to check it out, please check it out. It was just released this past Thursday. Rob himself, he's been on it, I believe, late last month. Please check out his interview as well. Tomorrow, myself and Mark from Legion of Comics, tomorrow morning, I'll be releasing on my channel 2 cool guys, 2 hot picks. This upcoming new comic book day is arguably one of the biggest new comic book days we've had in a year. Many titles. Find out which one Mark and I decided to go with singularly. Tomorrow night, I'll be on Mark's channel for At Week's End. This Monday, I will either be releasing a video or going live for the first time on my channel with a Mystery Box Monday. And this Wednesday, from my car, will be New Comic Book Day.
Excellent. I have my mail call Monday coming up. It's gonna be after the last two mail call Mondays that have been absolutely amazing with some Golden Age and Silver Age heat. This one's gonna be a little bit of a letdown, but that's mostly because I did the midweek mail call this week because I was like, oh, I can't wait till Monday.
Yep, I get
But
it.
still a couple good things coming in there. And then of course we'll do our the usual Thursday show with Slot and myself back on my channel. Again, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, not only for my channel, but also you see down below there will be the link to Chris's channel. Make sure you hit him up, check out his content, follow us on Instagram as well. I'll go back to again superpower review. Again, what everybody wants to think about PGX is fine and dandy. We've established that PGX has a different grading scale than CGC, so they're not equivalent grades. That's fair. I think it's a little bit of a far reach to say it's a 7.0, but hey, no one's asking you to use it. So until next time, folks, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody. Let anybody tell you what you should or shouldn't collect. You do you. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics, a fat opinion. Stand at ease, right?
At ease, soldier.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you coming on out. And I'm stalling because I can't find my outro. There we go.